Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Saturday night. We're here on a Saturday night here for you guys. I've been a little bit under the weather, and if any of you have watched the most recent video that I just put up on the Nokta Legend, you could probably tell I wasn't my usual upbeat, sort of joyful self in that video. Been battling a real bad cold, but I'm battling through it, trying to get through it, and so hopefully I'm almost over it. I'm getting close, I feel like. That's why we didn't do it last night. I had a rough week at work trying to battle through a cold and go to work and all that other kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm here on Saturday night with you guys. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about tonight on Saturday night. So, again, thank y'all so much for taking your time out on a Saturday night to be with us. And we're looking forward to bringing you some great content, some great information. Again, we got some interesting things to talk about. Of course, the Nokta Legend 2, which is going to be talked about a good bit tonight. And then we're also going to look at the Deus 2 and multi-processing. So we are going to look at that version 4 a little bit more. Again, not a ton of stuff to tell you at this point with that, but we're going to get into that and try to jump into the weeds. But again, thank you, each and every one of you, for being here tonight on a Saturday night. And without further ado, you guys know I couldn't make this happen without my sidekick, and Mr. NC Relic Hunter is in the house.
Good evening, guys.
Glad to have Michael in here with us. As always, Michael, we appreciate you being here with us tonight, buddy. And it's cold here in South Carolina. I know it's cold in North Carolina, and it's probably cold where everybody else is too, Michael.
It was windy today too.
It is windy, cold. I know a lot of people are shut in, so maybe they're taking the time to tune in with us tonight and be a part of our show. And for that, we are greatly thankful for you guys doing that and taking that time tonight. So, Michael, we've got 51 great, stupendous souls here tonight. So let's recognize a few people to start our chat for tonight. And we've got Mr. Ferris Grumps in the house. He says, who is planning on buying a Legend 2? Well, we're going to talk about that, Ferris Grump. And I'll tell you, got some good stuff that I want to share with you guys as far as the Legend 2 goes. And Michael already knows a lot of what I'm going to share tonight. But Tesh Ridge Diggers in the house says, happy Mardi Gras from St. Martinville, Louisiana. Glad to have Tesh Ridge Digger in the house. Mr. David Moss is here. Glad to have David in the house. What's up, David Moss? Glad to have you here, buddy. Mr. Ohio Fred says he is freezing in Ohio, and I bet he is. Anytime you move up north, it's going to be cold. Michael, I don't know that I could live up there where some of these guys are living.
I know it'd be tough, wouldn't it?
Right. I don't know. He says it's freezing here. And look at there. There's Mr. Digging. Daryl says, hello, Brian and Michael. The snow and frozen ground is almost thawed out enough to detect. Ready to get out and try version 4 with the HF2 coil. Well, we're going to get into that a little bit tonight too, Mr. Digging Daryl. But we are always excited to have you here, buddy. Thank you for being a part of our show. Mr. LC Hunt's in the house says, hello, everyone. 6 inches of new snow here today on top of 18 inches, Michael. We still have from 2 weeks ago. Oh, my gosh. I can't even imagine. There's Mrs. Bells in the house. Glad to have Bells with us. Appreciate you joining in tonight, Bells. Always a great supporter. There he is. Mr. Damian Thorne is in here on a Saturday night. And we moved it to Saturday instead of Sunday because, Damian, we knew you'd be wanting to watch some football tomorrow night. So we're not going to interfere with anybody's Super Bowl tomorrow night. So thank you for being here, Damian. We appreciate you. There's Miss Aggie Hall in the house. Glad to have Aggie in here. Thank you, Aggie, for joining in with us as always. We appreciate you. Scott Ellis is in the house. Scott Ellis 9630 says hello. Hello to you, Scott. Glad you're here. We got Chris Engel in the house. Says good evening, everyone. And Chris left us a couple of messages there. We got Mr. Josh Grimes in the house. Says hello, everyone, from South Illinois, Michael. There he is. The Digging Dude himself. Digging Dude's got some stuff up on his channel. Go check out Digging Dude. He does some interesting things. He went metal detecting in the snow the other day, Michael. He got
Yeah.
so bored he started throwing coins all out in the snow trying to find them. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to be pretty bored
That's
to
good
do that.
practice.
Yeah, good practice for sure. And there he is, Mr. Ricky Bennett says, greetings, everyone. Happy Saturday night. And Ricky, we appreciate you, buddy. Always a loyal supporter to us, and we always look forward to having you here with us. And there's Mr. Trevor Van Horn says, hello, everyone. Glad to have Trevor in here with us. And there's our good buddy, the History Diggers in the house. So what's up, SR Nation? We appreciate the History Digger, Mr. Rob Rizzo, being in here with us. As always, Rob's a good friend of ours, and we support him as well. So check out his live streams too. He's got some interesting stuff going on. Had some great guests on like this past week
Yeah.
with Double G Diggs. It was an awesome show and really enjoyed it. So go check out Mr. Rob Rizzo. There's Mr. Gene Gilstrap in here. Glad to have Gene in the house. Gene, we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being here. There's the Tech Meister all the way from Ireland. Glad to have the Tech Meister with us joining in tonight. We've got Tabitha Joy Parkinson. She's a new one. Glad to have Tabitha in here. And thank you for joining us, Tabitha. We've got Wasting Time, says howdy everyone, and he says he hopes everybody's staying warm. Well, we hope you're staying warm too, Wasting Time, and hopefully you're not bogged down in a bunch of snow and ice and it's thawing out for you. There it is, Finders Keepers. He says the Nokta Manicore. We'll talk a little bit about that too, Finders Keepers.
Yeah.
There's hello, go Hawks, Mrs. Bree's in the house. Got to watch Bree on Hot Mess Fishing last night, talking about the Legend 2. We're going to go a little more in depth on that Legend 2 tonight. And I'm going to tell you what I saw when I ran the Legend 2 and what I noticed when I was unboxing it as well. So we're going to get into a lot of that. So glad to have Bree in here. And Bree, if I missed something, you might can chime in for sure. So thank you for joining us. We got Deus Treasure Trackers in here. Says, good evening, everyone. Glad to have the Deus Treasure Tracker. And he says, go UK on here, Michael. So glad to have Deus Treasure Tracker in here. Good evening, says Carrie Holderreed, 9715. Glad to have him in here with us tonight. There's Adventures in the Dirt. How about that? He's joining in with us tonight from Relics Radio. Glad to have Adventures in the Dirt. We've got, I'm trying to go through everybody here. I'm trying not to miss anybody. There's Mr. Doug Atkins in the house. Says, good evening, everyone. Glad to have Doug with us. There's our guy right there, Michael, Mr. Surfside Dan. Glad to have Dan with us, and Dan is really looking forward to those stereo headphones and running that version 4 software. So we're going to have some information maybe for Dan tonight. Dirty Merc Diggers in the house says, don't we have to buy a Legend 2? I mean, we all have to own every new detector, right? Isn't that the rule? Oh my gosh, guys, I've got so many right now. I don't even know which way's up a lot of times when I walk into this room and see all these detectors, but there's just a lot of great products out there too, so much
Yeah.
variety of things for people at different levels. So I get it. When something new comes out, some of us are just nerd heads and we want to get right into that. So I get where Dirty Merc's coming from. There's Native Angles in here. Says, hello, good evening. Glad to have Native Angles in here. He says, good evening, Southern Relic Adventures. Thank you, Native Angles, for joining in with us. There's Edward G in the house. He says he was able to catch Mark and Delic and the Quarter Hoarder the other night. Lots of exciting stuff. So we're going to go a little bit deeper than those guys. So stay tuned for that as well. So Edward G's in the house, and we just said him. And the Berkshire Treasure Hunt's in here. 5337 says, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. There's Lurker Troy. He says, hit that like button. Thank you, Lurker Troy. We appreciate you doing that for us. Danielle I can't make that out. Daniel Flynn. Summer in Australia. Some of these YouTube things are hard to read, Michael, sometimes. But summer in Australia. Well, if you're coming to us from Australia, thanks for joining us, and we're glad you're here tonight with us on a Saturday night talking metal detecting. Thank you so much, Daniel Flynn. We appreciate that. Henry Shaw's in here, says good evening, everyone from South Carolina. Glad to have Henry Shaw with us. There's the Rocky Mountain Prospector, Michael, coming in here. I'm assuming he's from the Rockies or from Colorado, right? He can tell us.
I would think so.
You know, though, I have noticed that sometimes there are people that have those types of handles for their YouTube name. Sometimes they're not even from the places that they're sort of, because they either grew up in those places. You know, that sometimes happens too.
Yeah, that could
So,
be the case.
yes. So, BSO.62 says, hi, digging dude. Glad to have BSO's .62 with us. There's Mr. 5 Mile himself. We always appreciate 5 Mile. 5 Mile is everywhere, Michael. If I go watch a live stream, that guy is watching a live stream. I promise you that. And he is always in their chats. Great supporter of the community, great supporter of our channel. And we appreciate 5 Mile for all he does for the community and supporting all of the various YouTubers, content creators, and metal detectors out there. Thank you, 5 Mile. Old Pelon says, good evening, everyone. Glad to have old Pelon in the house with us, Michael. And I think I'm getting down near the end. Let's see if I got anybody else. DS Metal Detective's in here. Says, hey, Chris, glad to have DS with us. We've got Game Killer Z Crew in the house from Alabama. So glad to have Game Killer Z Crew in here with us tonight. We got Dustin the Dale in here. Glad to have Dustin the Dale with us. We appreciate him joining with us. We got Mr. Button Digger. He said he had to chip the ice away, Michael, but he says good evening. Glad to have you in here, Button Digger. We got Not Donor in here. Says, what's up, my metal detecting friends? And we're glad to have him in here as well. I think I got everybody, Michael. I might have missed one or two along the way. Is there anybody you think I missed?
I think you got everybody. Looks like it. I think you got everybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great, Michael. Well, Michael, I've had a fascinating week. I'm just going to be honest with you. We've been working with this XP Deus 2 version 4 software. The Legend 2 comes out, and then I've got that on my plate. I've been doing all kinds of things. I had school, I've been sick, but it's been fun. You know, just getting out and looking at some of these new things and playing around with them and sort of trying to get the feel for them and so on. That part has been really, really good. And you know, we had a great thing happen this week, as we have a good friend over in the UK, and we want to thank Mr. Gary Blackwell for giving us a shout out on his latest video. And we support Gary Blackwell and the Skill School over in the UK. He's a good friend of mine and Michael's. And we really appreciate all the hard work that he does, all the tutorials, all the menu walkthroughs. So if you're not subscribed to the Skill School, go do it. I promise you, you won't regret it, and you're going to get a ton of information, and you're going to get some of the best lessons that you're going to get from anybody on YouTube. So check out the Skill School. I want to bring that up real quick before we start our show. And if you watch Gary's latest video, you'll see him give us our shout out. So we really appreciate Mr. Gary Blackwell and the Skill School. So, but getting back to a lot of this, we're going to start, Michael, with the Legend 2. So Legend 2 has been released, and if you guys do not know, I just put up a video on the Nokta Legend 2. And we've got, we did an unboxing. We took it out. We showed some of the features. We showed the menu. We showed the layout of it. We actually swung over a couple of targets, let you hear it. And Michael, I can tell you honestly, um, it was I was really surprised. I really was.
Yeah.
The audio on the machine was excellent. I mean, that's what took me first when I first heard it, and the audio really has improved a lot over
Yeah.
the Legend One.
From listening to some videos in your video or talking to you, it sounds really good. I mean, sounds awesome. The
Right,
audio does.
right. So the audio has definitely improved. Just a couple of highlights from the video, and then I'm just gonna say these things here for you guys. Um, the weight of the machine vastly improved, vastly improved. 2.6 pounds. Remember, you get two coils with this machine. You get a 5 by 8.5, or 8.5, or 8 by 5.5. So you get the 8 by 5.5 coil. You get an 11-inch coil. Um, the screen is nice and big. The whole menu with the sub menus and all that, they've made it so much easier, Michael. And if you don't believe me, go watch my video and you will understand what I'm talking about. There's real easy ways to get to those menus versus what was on the Legend 1. And I was really blown away by that. Carbon graphite shaft. Michael, it's got a flat back on it, so it doesn't spin around like some of the other machines do. So it won't spin. And Michael, they even went one step further. They got a red line on each one of the cam locks that goes down it to make sure that you have your shaft lined up, which I just
That's
thought
good
that,
thinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought that was so neat. And it folds up very compact. And then you can take the coil and you can twist it sideways and throw it in a backpack. So that really is impressive with the design of it. I really like that part of it. And then the audio, like I said, the audio just sort of blew me away. You're going to have updatable software on this, which means you'll be able to download an app and you'll be able to update this thing from your phone, which I think is a really nice feature that they've done with this. So I was thoroughly impressed. Go watch that video. I've got the machine over here real quick, Michael, just to show everyone. Let me take it off of this. I've been charging it.
Well, that's a question I was going to ask you. Do you know how long the battery life and the charge time is on that, Brian?
The It has a larger battery, Michael, and I apologize. I'm trying to unscrew this thing from the charger while I'm talking. But it has a longer battery life because the milliamp hours is substantial on it. I can't remember what it actually is, but the milliamp hours is substantial on it. There it is, all stretched out. Cam locks in place. You can take those cam locks, you can fold this bad boy down. You can do it just like that. Fold it down, and now it's compact. And then you can take this, and then you can push it down, and then boom, flip it forward like that. And now you can throw it into a backpack. And just a nice feature, Michael. Nice feature. Runtime, I'm assuming 8 hours. It could be long, 8 to 10 hours. I'm not real sure on that. You can look that one up. But yeah, just really good what they've done. So if you haven't seen one of these machines, go check out my video. Really do that, because I think once you see it and you see what it looks like, and I did an unmasking thing that sort of, I only put a nail next to a dime, so it's nothing crazy or anything like that. But I was using the 11-inch coil, and you can hear the iron, but you can also hear the target. The other thing is the target IDs, Michael. They lock in really nice. They
Yeah.
really do. They lock in good. They're pretty steady. Depth seemed to be okay with it too. I haven't really tested a depth test with it. I hit a 10-inch quarter with no problem. And it sounds great. I love the audio. So that was one of the first things that just really stood out to me about this machine. And then again, they've got a pinpoint feature on here now where you'll be able just to mash. All you got to do is touch the pinpointer. You don't have to hold it down. You know how we have to hold it down with a lot of machines? All you got to do
Yeah.
is touch this one time, Michael, and then it's in pinpoint mode. And it will show the target ID while you're pinpointing. So if you go watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it shows the target ID while you're pinpointing, which is just really neat. Really like that feature of it, and I was blown away by it when I took it out of the box. Now as far as performance, again, I don't know that yet, but I was impressed with what I saw, and I think that Nokta did their homework, and I think they did a good job in the design of this machine. And I you know I can't wait to run it. I really can't. I'm real excited about it.
5 miles said 20 hours plus on the new battery.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then there you go. So I know
Long.
it's got a larger battery. They're going to have a 9-inch coil with it, which I love the 9-inch coil. So that might be something too that people are interested in. And I know the price is $9.99, but you are getting two coils and you're getting wireless headphones. The only one thing that I was a little bit disappointed with was the headphones. I sort of wish they would have done something a little bit better with the headphones. They still have the Bluetooth headphones with the micro USB plug-in, which is just so outdated. I wish they would have went with the USB-C headphone thing and made those headphones maybe some lighter weight ones, maybe some
Is that the
wireless lighter weight
same
ones or something.
headphones that are with
It's
the
the same
original
ones.
leg?
It's the same ones that are on the original Legend, from what I
Okay.
can tell. So it is the same ones as far as I can tell. So that was the only thing that I really sort of just said. Well, they didn't really do much here, but man, they did so much everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, so I sort of get it. I sort of get that part. So um, 20 hours plus. Finders keepers. I did I did have an issue with EMI when I first cut it on. The noise cancel, I don't know how it's picking out the frequencies, but when you noise cancel it, it seems like it eliminates a good bit of the EMI. When you noise cancel, for whatever reason, I mean, it's really good at picking the frequencies once you noise cancel, so you don't get a ton of EMI. So, and I was running it where heaters going all around and everything like that, and you can sort of hear it in my video. And I would noise cancel, and as soon as I noise canceled, it would clear it up. Now it may come back later, but I would just noise cancel again, and it would pretty much eliminate most of that EMI. But I appreciate that question because that is a good question. Um, the other thing that I really like that they did, Michael, is the screen layout. I mean, like I said at the beginning, you had all these icons sort of all over the place. Now you have these quick buttons that you can mash on either side, and you can get that subset menu, or you can get your what I would call your fast menu, where you could actually pick out the main things like your reactivity, your iron filter, your sensitivity. All of that is right there at your fingertips, and all you do is mash a button, and then you can select, and you have the scroll over with the keypad. Lighted keypads too, Michael. So those things light up at night. So if you're a beach hunter, then that's going to be great. You got the flashlight on the back. You got the vibrating handle. Just a lot of features in this machine. It is feature packed, is the word that
I
I
got
would really use.
a question, Brian, and you may not have looked at this yet. Can you wear the headphones and have the audio coming out of the speaker like for filming?
I don't know yet, Michael. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I'm assuming you can. If it's like the triple score and the legend, the original legend, it was just basically a 1-2 feature, and I'd have to go and look, but I'm sure that's probably there. I don't think
Yeah.
they would have left that out. So you either on one it's off and two it's on, I believe, or something like that. But I haven't checked that yet. I just ran it without the headphones on today. So, but when you
Yeah.
go watch that video, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. And these were on buried targets too that had been in the ground for well over almost 2 years now. So again, those targets have been there for a while. I had to go out and actually find those targets again with the Legend 2 before I could actually do the test. So again, it did great, and I'm not saying that it's going to be the greatest performer in the world. I don't know that yet, but what I am saying is I like what I saw just messing around with it, and we'll see. Time will tell, but they did their homework. I'm just going to say that they did their homework on it, and they did a great job. I mean, kudos to Nokta for what they've done. So let's see. I'm looking down here to see what people are saying. Yeah, for the price, it does sound pretty good. Yeah, $9.99. And who knows? It may they may drop it. You never know. But right now, it's $9.99 out of the gate. So who knows how much more it will go down.
And
Uh,
that's with the 5 by 8 coil as well, right,
right,
Brian?
and it is waterproofed up to 16 feet with IP68. So you can dunk it in the water. But of course, I haven't dunked it in the water, Michael, so I don't know on that. But 16 feet, standard, pretty much for most detectors in that range. So they've done their work. They've definitely done the work. The housing is really nice. I do. The only other thing that I could possibly see that I sort of wish is the plug-ins in the back. I wish they didn't have those big metal plug-in things. And Rob Rizzo and I talked about that. That's the only other thing I could have seen that they could have changed design-wise that might have made it a little bit better. But of course, like I said, for what they did, it's just crazy. They really did a great job on it, and I can't say enough about the design and what I saw when I unboxed it and played around with it today. And I like the interface. The user interface has become so much easier with the way they design the menu. And I know in Gary's video, if you go watch his menu layout video where he walks you through the menu, I know he said the same thing. Was that the icons are sort of small down at the bottom when you get those two rows. Those can be a little bit dicey if you don't have really good eyes. So I don't know if they could have bolded those maybe a little bit more, or maybe changed them a different color that sort of jumps out at you a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, I like what they've done with the user interface. It's real intuitive. It flows real smooth, real
So
simple
when
to
you
use.
hover over an icon, Brian, is it kind of highlight, or is it like you said, or is it bold where you can tell?
Yeah, here, let me, better than me talking about it, let me just show. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah.
I got it right here. So, let's see if I can, let me cut the sensitivity down first here, Michael. Cut that down. Just don't let me forget to cut it back up if I got to use it later.
Yeah, we've done that before, haven't we?
Yeah, I know. So, so here's the screen. I know I got a glare on it. I need to cut the light on it. Let's cut the
Yeah.
light on it. And like I said, the hard thing about it is the the oh, there it goes. All right, now y'all can see it. So, oh, that's too much.
Yeah, that's pretty bright.
Yeah, it is bright. How about now? Everybody can see
Yeah.
it now. There you go.
Yeah.
So again, Michael, that's the and I know this is hard to see on the screen, but see the icons down at the bottom,
Yeah.
okay? And then you got another menu. If you scroll all the way over, gotta scroll all the way over here to the plus, and then you get the double menus, which I know those are hard to see. But now you got the double menu. But all of that can be accessed by a press of a button. Right here, Michael, this one button over here on this side. And then once you press that, it goes away. And then you've got your regular settings, which I love this, is all you do is press this button, and now you've got those settings up here. And that's your recovery, sensitivity, the ones that you're going to mess with the most. The ones down at the bottom are mainly like your flashlight, your Bluetooth connection, your tones. You can adjust all that, your noise cancel. All of that stuff is down there at the bottom. I sort of wish they would have put the noise cancel up here and not in the one down at the bottom. And maybe that's something they can do, you know. But it's laid out very nice. Laid out really nice. So, again, I hope that sort of helps some people sort of get an idea. I'm cutting it off.
So you said there's two fast keys, right? You can use.
Yeah,
Is that
those
right?
are those two fast keys. And once you
Yeah.
press those, then it basically, you know,
Are they programmable? The keys, or I think I
I
saw
don't think
one.
they're not like the Manicore with the hotkeys. Yeah, they're
I,
not, man.
you sure about that? I think I read something on that. Now, I mean, they may not be.
I haven't seen that, but I haven't gotten that deep into the woods yet. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest with you. And again, the screen is much larger, Michael.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Much
Definitely.
larger than the Legend 2. So, but that's it. And trying to get this thing off to the side. But again, screen, larger screen, lot more real estate to put things on there. So I look for them to do a whole bunch of things with this machine. So let's see what we got here.
The 5 Mile makes a good point. Those navigating buttons that are lit up are a whole lot easier than the Legend One, because I know
Oh, I
the
know they
cover.
are.
Yeah, you couldn't see them, especially when it was getting dark.
Right. And so I'm talking about the Legend 2. So one thing I want to mention is, guys, if you are interested in a Legend 2, then definitely go check out our good friend at LMS Metal Detecting. He can get you hooked up. He should have another shipment of Legend 2s in this coming week. So if you want to get on that list, I don't think he had a ton of names on that list right now, but I would appreciate it if you would support Mike. Mike is a fantastic dealer, easy to work with, provides service after the sale. He won't ask for any money to be put down. You just got to give him a call and get on his list. And all of his contact information is right here on the screen right now if you want to jot it down. And of course, you guys can see Mike's got everything and anything metal detecting related. He's located in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, and his phone number's there too if you want to give him a call, see what he can get you hooked up with, or you can just go check out his website at LMS Metal Detecting, which is on the screen right now, and you can see all the things that Mike has to offer in his store, and he just does a phenomenal job with talking to you about the machines, picking out and helping you sort of guide you into the best machine that's going to be good for you, price wise, whatever site you hunt, those types of things. Mike does a great job with all of that. And so definitely check out LMS Metal Detecting. Get on that list for one of these Legend 2s. Mike can get you hooked up, and we appreciate Mike for being a supporter of our channel and for just being a good friend as well. So thank you so much, Mike. And again, you guys check out LMS Metal Detecting, and I promise you, you won't regret it. He can definitely get you hooked up with all things metal detecting related. So there's a lot of people on here that said Mike is their go-to guy. So we appreciate that. Finders keepers. I know Mike appreciates that.
And also,
DR,
I was going to say, Brian, if you travel to South Carolina to the beaches
yeah,
and you forget your
you're,
machine, Mike also rents machines if you want to get one to hunt the beach. If you happen to forget to bring yours or can't pack yours on the plane or whatever, he also rents machines.
Yeah,
Right,
he
Brian?
sure does. He rents those machines. You can rent any machine pretty much. I think Mike's
Right.
even He's got all kinds of machines that you can rent. So definitely you can check that out. If you come to Myrtle Beach, Mike can get you hooked up. And Mike is just a wonderful person to deal with and does a phenomenal job there in his shop and helping people out in this area. He does ring finds for people in this area for free. He doesn't charge anything. He doesn't charge for people to call up and just ask questions, and that's a good thing to have in a dealer as well. Somebody that will be there for you, and somebody that can help you with all of those things as you go on your metal detecting journey. And Mike is the guy that I highly recommend for you to check out. So again, check out LMS Metal Detecting, and he can get you on that pre-order list for that Legend 2. If you're interested in Legend 2, if you're interested in an XP Deus 2, if you're interested in a MindLab Manicore, if you're interested in a Garrett Vortex, Mike's got them all. So go check him out. All right. So back to the show, Michael. We stopped for a little housekeeping stuff, and we're back on here. So we appreciate Mike. Bree says, so many notes to bring up to Mark. Love it. This is good stuff. I wonder if they can make the quick menu customizable via the app. Could. Definitely could, Bree. Gary and the Goose says, taking stereo. White's V3i had stereo on that machine. It's pretty cool. We're going to talk about those stereo headphones in just a minute.
Yeah.
Ricky Bennett says you can access noise cancel using shortcut buttons, I think. And you probably can.
That's what I was thinking as well.
You probably can, Ricky. Again, I don't know everything right yet. I just got the thing last night. So I'm trying to pick up on everything. But, and here's the other thing that I can say about this. I picked that machine up, and I knew what I was doing. I didn't have to guess. I knew what the icons were. I was familiar. So if you're coming over from a triple score, or you're coming over from a legend, then this is going to be like second hat to you. You're just going to drop right in. I mean, it might take you a second to figure out where to navigate to, but the icons and a lot of that stuff is still the same. So those people are going to really have a easy time maneuvering with this, and they're probably going to go, oh my gosh, this is so much easier. And just like 5 Mile said a few minutes ago. So I think you're going to see that. I think you're going to see that at all. So Super Nomarnar, I think, says good evening, Southern Relic of Interest. I apologize if I didn't say your name right, but thank you for being here tonight. There's Mr. Michael Workman. Glad to have Michael in the house. Old timer 5037's in here with us. Yes, he said, would have been a great time to make the menus larger, legends larger. And maybe they do. I mean, they're not bad, but they are still a little bit small. So maybe they can highlight those things. Like maybe give them a black background down at the bottom where maybe they jump out. Those would be things that I think that they could use. Now, I did reach out to Nokta and offered to assist them, but Nokta never got back to me. And that's fine. But, I'm trying to help now because I'm here to help you guys more so than I'm here to help these companies. And that's what it's ultimately all about. Digging Buddy says, Mike does seem like a real nice dude. He is an awesome dude. And he has been on here with us. There's Mr. Brian Thomas says, hello, everyone. Glad to have Brian in the house. He says, info commercial time. It was. We have to support Mike. He's a good friend of ours, and we appreciate Mike. He says, just call me Nick. Well, Nick, thank you again for being here tonight. We appreciate you. It seems like all the presets on these new units are very capable in most situations, even, right? And again, just really easy to use, not complicated. And like I said, I think the design that Nokta did was really, really well thought out. So kudos to Nokta. There's Beneath the Bluegrasses. Good evening, everyone, from the great Commonwealth of Kentucky. Says, go Big Blue. And he's probably living in paradise right now with college basketball and Kentucky basketball, right? Yeah. Yes. My hope, those smaller icons for pre-hunt adjustments versus in the field. We'll see, right? And we'll see. And again, for you guys that do watch the video, please go watch it. M2 is my preferred multi that I run on that machine. It runs at a higher frequency. M1 runs at a lower frequency, and then M3 is for trash and for wet soil. So again, I like M2. I think it's the best all-around multi that they have on that machine. Of course, I dig military buttons and those types of things, but it really responds well, even on high conductive targets too. So multi 2, and just to give you a couple of things on the settings, I love running the iron filter sort of low. I run all metal. As far as the discrimination goes, I'll run all metal. I love running the recovery. That varies, but sometimes I run it around 5 or 6. I ran it at 8 today and was still getting pretty good depth. So it goes up a good ways on recovery, but you can run it at 1 and it hits super deep too. And you can turn the sensitivity up too, getting it even deeper. And I saw that today too when I was playing around with it. So those are just my insights into what I saw today, Michael. And again, I think that if someone buys this machine, I don't think they're going to be disappointed. I think it's going to be a performer by all the things that I've seen so far. And I think people that do get this machine are going to love it. I just do.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing a hunt video with that machine coming up.
Yeah, and I'm going to go out on a hunt with it for sure. And I'm looking forward to it. I wish I had that 9-inch goal. I mean, that's what I'm excited about more than anything. Having a
Well, it's
9-inch coil.
coming. What they
Yeah.
say, March,
They said
maybe?
March, so if you're waiting on the 9-inch coil or you want the big boy coil, the big 15-inch coil, which I would never use, but there's some people out there that love those big coils. I think they said it would be March before those things will be available. So we'll see. So Ferris Grump says, Edward G, what program did you run to find that gold ring on the beach? He's asking him a question. Sounds like an awesome machine, brother. I hope you find a ton of treasure, and I hope so too. We'll see. So great time to be in the hobby. No lack of choices. That is for certain. That's true. Right. Same.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the 9-inch. Right. Bree says she can't wait for the 9-inch. And even with the 11-inch though, Michael, the weight thing. I know that they've solved that issue too. It didn't feel like the Legend. I promise you that as far as the weight goes. So even with that 11-inch coil, it still did not feel heavy. And I can imagine if they make a 9-inch coil and it's a thin coil, then that's going to be probably the sweet spot. Is what I would say for that. What do you think from what I just said?
Right. Well, that 5x8 coil, I don't think you've tried it, and it's going to be, I bet it's
No,
going to be super light with that on there, too.
right. Like I said, guys, I've
Um,
only had it since last night. So I got up and made that video this morning and this afternoon, just so I could have that out there for people to watch and to get familiar with that machine. And again, I would highly recommend if you do get that machine, go watch Gary's video on the menus, as he does a great walkthrough menu or walkthrough video. With the Legend too. So go check out Gary at the Skill School, and I promise you won't regret that. Brian says, I have a question. Does anyone think the 4.1 will benefit the ones that don't have the stereo headphones for the Deus 2? All right, we're getting to that, Brian. So, right, History Digger says, who knows, Brian? XP's communication as of late could be better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there right now. See what aluminum can sounds like, Brian. Yeah, well, aluminum cans are going to sound like aluminum cans. They're probably all going to sound the same, but we'll swing over a whole bunch of things with it, and then we'll test it out. That's all we can do. I mean, and
yeah.
we'll try to bring you some content. We'll pick out some of the good things. We'll tell you the things that maybe we think that it could improve on. We'll go through all that kind of stuff. But from what I've seen, my first impression is if I had to give them a report card right now, I would say it's an A for sure. A or a very high B plus as far as what they did. There's only a couple of things that I can see at this point. And again, there's a lot more to be evaluated, and I'm sure there's going to be some bugs, and there's going to be some things that are going to be found, and so on. But just the overall running of the machine, I didn't encounter anything today. But again, it's day one, so again, keep that in mind as well. But we enjoyed swinging it. We really did. We really enjoyed it. Yes, David D-Link says I think it's going to be a win-win. I think you will. I think you will get the new tone low square. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. I've been really diving into version 4. We're going to get into that. So looks like everybody's ready to move on from the Legend 2. But again, check out the Legend 2 if you're interested in another machine. If you're one of those people that want to just have it something new all the time, then go out and try it. Go give it a shout, give it a try, and see what you think. If you're a Nokta user and you've used the Legend or you use the triple score, then I think this machine's going to be great for you. Um, how it compares to some of the more premium machines and some of the other competitors. Right now, I do not know. I'm just telling you what I saw out of the box, and that's all I can say at this point. And you guys will have to be the judge of that. But again, just go check out the videos. All I can tell you, and see what you think.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Looks like the build quality is looks really good on that machine.
It is. The build quality is exceptional, but they've never had a problem with build quality. They do
Right.
a
Yeah.
great
That's
job.
right.
The Legend was a tank, Michael. It looked like you could have dropped that thing from a 20-story building, and it would have survived. As heavy and as well built as it was, but this one's no different. It's got good quality feel to it. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention. I love the arm cuff, Michael. They've got the sliding arm cuff too to adjust for arm lengths. So
Hmm.
you've got 3 different levels that you can slide it up and down on. So that was another great feature that they added too. So the arm cuff was definitely a nice touch too that they did with this machine as well. Yeah, yeah. Finders Keeper says not to build tanks. They do. So Ferris says he says Ferris, when you get the L2, let me know and I'll help you get set up compared to the L1. There you go. Thank you, Edward G, for offering to help. I know they appreciate that, and I know Ferris Crump appreciates that as well. Digging Dude says I've been really diving into the new version 4 multi-processing and stereo headphones this week. Can't wait till the snow melts. I get out in the field. I really got a dual tone program like the Rudis Versa now. I, I don't know. I've been trying to play around with some of that too, Digging Dude, but I don't know. It's been a challenge. Let's just say that. So, all right, Michael. So we've talked enough about the Legend 2. Guys, go check it out. If you're interested in getting one, check out my buddy LMS Metal Detecting. He can get you hooked up. So um, Legend 2's here. Look for future videos coming from us in the near future. So stay tuned for those videos. If you're interested in the Legend 2, we'll do some other things coming up with it, just to sort of show maybe some of its performance, show some of those menus, some of the special features, and so on as we go through everything over the next few weeks. But Michael, let's move on to XP. So,
Yeah.
and we are doing a giveaway tonight, guys. So make sure you hang around for the giveaway. We will be doing that towards the end of the show for those of you that have been on here. And we got 70 people in here that have been joining in with us tonight. So you want to stay here till the end, okay? Even if you don't like what you're hearing right now, stay till the end if you want to get in on the giveaway. So we will be doing an XP giveaway towards the end. But let's talk about the Deus 2. Michael, you and I have been going back and forth about this. I've been in touch with a bunch of people about this version 4 software. And Michael, what do you think from what you've seen, just your personal opinion, and from what I've told you, how do you feel about this version 4 software?
Um, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of adjustment to it. There's a I hate to say complicated, but there's a lot to it, that you'd have to learn. And right now, I don't know if to me, I don't know if there's a benefit to blending two non-ferrous tones together. Um,
Okay.
what I really would like to have is the iron tone in one ear and the non-ferrous tone in the other. And I'm not sure if that's, something that can be done right now
Right.
with the current configuration. I don't know.
Well, we're going to do something a little bit different, Michael, than what we've done in our live streams. We're actually going to we're actually going to
Yeah, I don't,
show.
Brian, I don't have the headphones. I can't really say a whole lot about it. I hadn't got to mess with it, but from what you've told me, I know you've tried a lot of settings with it, and
Well, we're going to show the screen, Michael. So that's what I'm doing right now, guys. I'm sort of setting this up for you guys so y'all can see it. So here we go, Michael. So we've got our Deus 2 on the screen right now. And I'm going to show y'all some of the things, and Michael can chime in. And I know Digging Dude's been working on some of this. So we're gonna look at this. For anybody that hasn't seen this screen live and in person, this is what we're getting ready to show. And so I think people, yeah, let's do it live, right? So you guys are learning right along with me because I really, I mean, I hate to say this, but I really don't feel like there's been enough explanation on some of these things. And I know some of you are sort of depending on me or other people to sort of try to help guide you and lead you through this. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not an expert on this yet. I'm not, probably never will be because there's so many combinations of things that you've got to deal with. But I do want to show this stuff and to try to help some people out, as I know a lot of you are interested in this version 4 software. Now, someone asked a few minutes ago, I think was it 5 Mile? Who was it that asked about did they think that 4.1 was going to give them anything extra? And my
yeah.
answer to that is I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I
Well, we
know,
know uh, low square for sure, but that's all we really know right now, right?
right? The only thing that I know right now is that when you are able to download 4.1 and you don't have the stereo headphones, you are going to get low square. That's it, as far as I know. Now,
Yeah.
could there be something else? Sure, there could be something else. Um, so, I don't know. I like this comment from Finders Keepers, and my good buddy Mike, LMS Metal Detecting, used to have a V3i, and I'm telling you, it was like you had to have an engineering degree to sort of go through this. But there's a lot of people that are confused. There are some people that are, tinkerers and they want to mess with all this stuff. And I do a lot of testing for other companies as well. And to me, this sort of looks like a beta tester screen, giving you all these different combinations of settings and being able to adjust them and that kind of stuff. But they've released it; it's out there. So the only thing we can do at this point is to try try to learn how to use it. And I'm going through this just like you guys, and I'm trying to do the best I can with it as well. So without further ado, Michael, let's go to this multi-processing screen so these fine people can see what we're up against and maybe get a better understanding of some of this stuff. So again, I have put in a program, and most of you that have watched me metal detect know that Michael and I get into sites where there is really it's either a dig or a not dig situation,
Right.
right, Michael?
That's right.
Right. So I run a higher discrimination. Now, some people are going to say, well, you're going to miss gold and you're going to miss this and you're going to miss that. But I know that. I know I can run my discrimination down lower and maybe have the possibility of finding things. But um, I run a higher discrimination. So most of the things that I dig are usually going to be above 55 or 60. So I will run a higher discrimination. So again, I get it. There are some things that do ring up lower than that, and yes, I have other programs that I could use. But when I'm in my situations and I go into a relic site, I like running a two-tone program. It's either dig or not dig. And
Yeah.
then I start looking for those. I start listening for those little bleeps and bloops that are coming through with that two-tone program. So that's what I do. So, but anyway, we're gonna look at this. So when you get to this multi-processing screen, Michael, all you need to do is hit expert, and this brings you into the multi-processing screen. You'll notice at the top it says channel 1 and it says program 19. Of course, I saved this, so this is a save program. If you were running any of the regular programs, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever those numbers are and how they correlate to that specific program. So channel 1 would be that program. And whatever you set on channel 1 is going to show up on this screen. Okay? Now, if you change anything on this screen in channel 1, it's going to change the program. Okay? So anything on channel 1 in that column all the way down, you go to change things, then it's going to change on your original program. Okay? Channel 2 is the discrimination. Now, you can change that. You can change that to all metal, which is AM, or you can turn it off completely, or you can let it run through as your discrimination. Now, someone was telling me, and I saw this on a post, that channel 2 is only 2 tones, Michael, and I'm not real sure if I catch that, but it is working off of your discrimination. So whatever you adjust, you're really adjusting on your discrimination, basically. The next thing down here, this slider bar is your pan bar. And so if you scroll down, you hit your menu down button. What that does is this is going to sort of, I would call it sort of like spatialize. It sort of puts the audio effects in each ear. So if I have it on 7, then that's adjusting that audio effect in both ears up to 7. If you turn it all the way down, if I were to turn this all the way down, Michael, so if I turn it all the way down to 0, you'll notice that channel 1 and channel 2 flipped. They changed. Okay? But if
So that's changing it from one ear to the other, right?
Exactly. Now, see, I put it back at 0. And now look, it changed back from channel 1 and channel 2 up at the top. So they just flipped. So if you go all the way back down to 0 like I just did, it will flip. And channel 2 will be over here and channel 1 will be over here. But when you go to 0 on this pan bar, Michael, what that does is that actually has 50% in each ear. Okay? That's all I know. I mean, that's what I've been told by XP. That came straight from Sylvan, the software manager. He's the one who told me that. That's all I can tell you on the pan bar.
So if you move it all the way out,
you're gonna have maximum
100%
yeah,
of channel 1 in this ear and 100% of channel 2 in the other ear, right?
Exactly. So that came straight from the software guy. It came straight from Sylvan. Okay, so if you scroll down to the next one, you have FX. Okay, so you have FX in channel 1 and FX in channel 2. Now, this is how I sort of see FX. It does spatial audio, Michael. So the closer you get to a target, it's going to let you know, and the further away a target is, it's going to let you know. The way that I would equate it, it's almost like, and I know this, some of you might be old enough to remember this, but when the Star Wars movies came out, like in the 1980s, not the first one, but the second, the Return of the Jedi, and some of the others, they had something called THX sound. Do you
Yeah, I
remember
remember.
that?
Yeah.
And it came on like right before the video started, and it would have that noise, and it's like
Hmm.
like that, to sort of let you know it was in THX. Well, that's how they equate this FX feature. It's spatial audio, almost like what you would get at the movie theater. It provides a chorus effect, and that's what it says in the manual. That's all I can tell you. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Um, I think 1 was for deep targets, 2 was for shallow targets, 3 was for deep targets that are ferrous, and 4 was for deep shallow targets that were ferrous, if I remember correctly, or it could be vice versa. But
Yeah.
again, that's what FX is doing. So again, that's all I can tell you there. Okay, probably, and I said this all along. Of everything on here, I like the idea of being able to adjust the reactivity. So you can have reactivity of 3, like on this program. You could have a reactivity of 3 here, which is going to be fast, and you can set whatever reactivity you want in the second channel in your discrimination channel. So again, you can adjust the reactivity. I think that's where this program will shine, and that's the main feature on this software update. Is the reactivity. So now you're going to be able to listen to deep targets as well as shallow targets. And you should be able to recognize those a lot better simply because you can adjust the reactivity in each one of those ears. You with me?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
with you.
So History Digger says, does it help us find more? Well, Rob, I can't
I
answer
don't
that
know.
question. I don't think anybody can. So,
Not
but
at this point. Yeah.
I know, I know. So yeah, Dolby, right? That's what Digging Buddy says. Dolby,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
So
Dolby sound.
yeah, it's sort of like that old Dolby sound at the beginning, and you guys, you guys sort of get, what's going on, but I can't answer that question. How is it going to impact our hunts? And I can't answer that question either. Are we going to find more? I don't know. I mean, I just don't know at this point. What's the benefit? Well, the benefit right now to me, and this is the major one, is being able to adjust those reactivities. If I could see what the big benefit is, it would be this that we're on right now. Being able to have 2 different reactivities running simultaneously like that, I think that's where the sweet sauce is. That's where the sweet spot is, on this reactivity thing. And I think being able to adjust those things should help us in some ways, being able to do that. So, yeah. So Digging Dude says, yeah, that's what bothers me is they can't put both channels on one remote speaker. No, they can't. Me too, Doug Atkins. At least till the smoke clears. XP needs to show and answer that. Well, who knows whether they'll do that. Jeremy is running version 4.0 on a single speaker, and it sounds no different than what I'm hearing on the headphone videos.
Well, we talked about this too, Brian, and I had
Right.
a question, and I don't know. The sensitivity you can, your main program channel 1 is 92.
Right.
Your discrimination is your iron. So if you run it at a lower sensitivity, is that going to help with iron falsing?
If you
I
run the
don't know.
sensitivity, well, if you ran it in the discrimination setting, it could help.
That's what I mean. Is
Yeah,
that going to help us with iron falsing?
it could. You know,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
like I
we don't,
said,
we don't know right now, but that's a
right.
good question too.
So again, if we go down to sensitivity, like Michael was just saying, he sort of jumped the gun on me here. But if you go down to sensitivity, you can put whatever sensitivity you want in either ear. So that's something too that I think could possibly help you. But again, my main thing for anybody, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, there's probably going to be a few more updates to this. And hopefully some of these updates are going to be to make some of this a little bit easier for people. Now, how far they go with that, I do not know. I wish I could tell you, and I wish I had an answer for you. But right now, like I said, you're going to be playing around with this. It's like having a new machine, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. It is. It's just like having a new machine and trying to figure it all out all at once. It's just you got. I guess the good analogy would be you got the whole buffet rather than just a couple of choices, and that's going to take a while to weed through for a lot of these things to find what you're going to like. And you got really two different detectors here, in a roundabout way too. So again, it's interesting. Um, Indiana Dirt Pirate says, I've never used a Deus machine, but some friends swear by them. The other friends make fun of them. What's all the controversy? Well, you're seeing some of the controversy right here. Indiana Dirt Pirate, great machine, and you guys know I love the XP machines. I love them. This right here it's been overwhelming for me. It's been overwhelming for a lot of experienced Deus 2 users, just trying to figure it out. And I'm sure we'll all figure it out eventually, but it's going to take some time, and there's probably going to be a few more updates before all of this sort of gets worked out. It just is, and we're here just trying to help everyone to sort of get a grasp on it at this point, and we'll see what happens. Uh, don't forget they have 4 preset modes, right? Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a minute too. But thank you for telling me, uh, not donor. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, you do have 4 preset modes. You have dual reaction or dual reactivity or dual react. You have dual axis. Dual axis has a non-motion um, iron on the second channel. So that one, well, you'll hear the iron most of the time in your ear on that second channel. Dual react, of course, is dual reactivity. I do like the way dual react. I think Morph 2 is probably going to be the one that I like the most. So this program that I'm showing you guys right now is based off of Morph 2, which was the preset. Really gives you an idea of deep and shallow targets really well, and it gives that morphing effect that they keep talking about. So yeah, so that's what I'm running this program with is Morph 2. Sensitive full tones is the program that I'm using on this, and we're just walking through this program that I set up. But anyway, if we go down to the next one, it is your volume. So you control the volume in each ear, so you can change that. This is the one that I have the most difficulty with, Michael. I just cannot set my mind on running these two different audio tones.
Yeah.
I just can't. I mean, you, it just, I don't know. I find myself just putting PWM in both ears and running it like I normally
Right.
do. And that might be the best solution for a lot of you as they go through maybe some of these updates. Maybe it changes it. I don't know. Um, but I do this combination of PWM and low square. I do like that. If I had to pick one, um, pick a good combination, PWM on my program and then low square on my discrimination. I do like that in that way. So, what do you think?
Well, I got a question here. All right. So you have audio type, you got PWM and low square.
Yeah.
You have two tones under PWM, and then you have 259 under the low square.
Right.
So is that just? I know you can only have one tone under the discrimination screen.
Right.
So
Right.
is it the two? Is the two tones set in your main program? The
The two
kilohertz per
tones
those?
is set in your main program. Now, if I change that, then your main program turns to three tones, full tones. Whatever I change on channel one will change the program on the other screen. So if you change that right there, if you were to go to three tones, now if I were to go back into sensitive full tones out of this program, then sensitive full tones would be in three tones. So whatever you
Okay.
change here, you're changing the program in your original program.
Okay. So under the discrimination, so is that saying that your low square is your iron tone, right?
Yes,
Okay. Well, why is it 259 and 135? So is it blending?
it's blending them, Michael. So if you
So
wanted
you
to
got a blended iron tone.
exactly, so what if you wanted to change? If you wanted to change this, you could. If you wanted to change this, of course you could too. But it's going to be sort of blended. It morphs it, I guess.
So
I mean,
it's
that's
blend.
my
It's blend.
understanding. I could be totally wrong
Right.
on that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I got a lot of questions there, and I
Right.
just,
Well, but
you
but
know, I
that's
don't.
why we're doing this,
Right.
because
Right.
again, I don't and guys, I could be saying something wrong here too at this point because
Right. Yeah. We
nobody's
don't really
nobody's
know.
told nobody's told me anything either. I'm having to go on this just off of reading the manual and just off of just playing around with it. So again, I just want you guys to see these screens and sort of get an idea about what you're getting into when you go into these screens. Here's some of the things that you're going to have to adjust, and it's a lot. It really is a lot. So I don't want anybody to not know and say, hey, I didn't know I had to do all of this, but well, this is what you got to do if you're going to set up a program running multi-processing. You're gonna have to go through and you're gonna have to pick out each one of these things that you want to change. Now, you could just run the default, but
Yeah.
but then what's the use in even running it at all? I just not run it if that's going to be the case, because you don't know. You might like the default, I guess, but you just don't know.
Right.
Um, so yes, you can make the iron sort of sound how you want it, and I tried to make the iron where I could isolate it in one ear and not in the other, and the only way I could do that was to put it under the discrimination channel, and then I had to lower the iron volume all the way down to do that, and it was still breaking through the discrimination. So it was just the discriminated iron that I was still able to hear. It wasn't the iron, if that makes sense to people. Yeah, yes, there's a lot of people on there. Look at Ferris Group's things, mind blown.
Yeah.
Rob's,
I mean, I just have a problem with that iron tone because I mean, if you can turn it up, then is it an iron tone anymore? Does it sound like the rest of your
it does.
tones?
It sounds weird, Michael. I'm just going to
You
tell
know
you
what
that
I mean?
it sounds weird. Let's just say that. You know, you can turn this off, Michael.
Yeah, well, that might be the best option at
Yeah,
this
you can turn
point.
it off. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, I see a lot of comments. I think a lot of people, I should have had some coffee before watching. Yes, I know. Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm
It's a
like,
lot to take in, guys. I mean,
it
for
is.
sure.
It's a
It
lot to
really
take
is.
in. And, but I didn't want anybody to get into this and not know what they were jumping into, because it is a lot. And then again, you can adjust the iron tones, Michael. So let's go down here. So you can adjust these. Now I love a really low iron tone. This is where I think, like with the Mind Lab machines, you get that sort of boom, 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 boom.
Right.
I like that, you know. So that's what I did here was I lowered that iron tone as low as I could get it. And then I did my iron volume, and I'm still sort of playing around with this. But I did on my program, I did my regular iron volume at 7, but on my discrimination, I did it at 2. So on that second channel, I did it at 2, which sort of makes it a little bit quieter. Um, you know, will I like that? I don't know. I'm just, again, I'm
See,
just,
I don't really understand that either, Brian.
yeah,
So
you can't get, I'm telling you, you cannot get, you can try,
why do you have iron volume in both channels?
mm-hmm,
I
you
mean,
do,
I mean,
but you cannot isolate the iron.
okay, well,
Even if
that
you were
don't
to
make
turn, even if you were to turn it all down all the way on channel 1, you still couldn't isolate the iron. So
yeah, that don't make much sense to me.
yeah, well, look, it don't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, I promise you. So then you're right back where you started. Okay, so that was a walkthrough again of those, and we can back out of this. Okay, we can. You can see I've put a few programs in here, but if you were to go to build your own program, like somebody was just saying just a minute ago, you would go to your menu screen, you would scroll down, and you'll see. Now, here's the good thing about all of this. If somebody is really just struggling with this, you don't have to run it at all, guys. You can just leave it off. And that's why I made that video, because I know that there are going to be some people out there that are going to say, man, this is just too much for me right now. I'm just going to let them get it worked out, and then I'll come back to it once they get all these updates in. Well, if you download 4.0 and you've got the stereo headphones, and this is just overwhelming at this point, or you're waiting on all the bugs and all the kinks and everything else to get worked out, then just run it like you normally would. Just leave it off. You don't have to. You don't have to update it. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to run multi-processing. Just because you have it doesn't necessarily mean you have to use it. You can use it just
Right.
like you would use your machine when it was on version 3. So again, that's your choice as far as what you want to do. But if you do turn it on, then you're going to get these selections. So these are your presets. Okay. So you've got Morph 1. Okay, Michael. You
Yeah.
got Morph 2. You got dual reactivity. And you got dual axis. So those are your 4 presets. And then once you decide on what preset you want to use, then you're going to press your expert button, and that brings you to that screen. And you guys can see now this is the default setting for that dual axis. You can see they have FX turned off here. They've got reactivity at 2.5. They got reactivity at 3, 95 sensitivity, 75 sensitivity. You scroll down. They got the slider at 6. But you can go down and you can look at some of these default settings. They got the volume at 9 on both sides. They have high square on channel 1, low square on channel 2. They got 2 tones set up at 248 hertz. Now, again, this is the one that has the non-motion iron, so you can't adjust channel 2 on that dual axis, Michael.
Yeah.
And of course, you see the iron volume is you can't, it's at 0, but you can't mess with that either because it's already set.
It's
So
pretty.
it's preset. But again, that sort of gives you an idea. And I hope I didn't make matters worse, but I did feel like everybody at least needed to see these screens so they could understand it a little, maybe a little bit more. I would highly encourage reading the manual. The main thing I can tell you at this point is if it were me and I just started with this, which I just did,
Well,
but if it,
Daredevil just brought up a good question. What's AT3 under reactivity?
I don't know.
Hey, I don't know either.
Yeah, nobody said that. Nobody's told us anything, and it's not even in the manual. That's the other thing. So
Right.
go figure that. Yeah, there are 4 multi-process preset screens Dirt Devil detected. And I just showed that. So, and I don't see anybody. If anybody knows what that means, let me know. But yeah, how does the right? And we haven't even talked about the graphic equalizer. I don't know. I haven't messed with it yet because this right here is just you
So
got.
can you adjust that, Brian? The AT3? Does it
I
go up or down?
I don't know, Michael. I don't know, but it again, this is that non-motion iron. I mean, so
Right.
let's see. I just went past it. It's a good question. You guys are y'all getting to see this is real time. This is live TV right here.
We're learning as we go.
Yeah, we're learning as we go. We're all teaching each other, and that's what it's all about sometimes. But yeah, let's see. So if I change that, AT4, what is D? What's zero? Oh, that's 0. 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5. But where's the AT part at, Michael?
So it went away.
Yeah. How did I get back to that? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go back down.
There it goes. I mean, what does that mean?
I don't know. It's got a couple of different ATs too. AT off. I'd have to go look. I don't know that I've seen it in the manual. Yeah, Digging Buddy says no safety net. That's right. This is live TV, guys. Live TV. Yeah, reality. This is, we're all learning as we go. Uh, yeah, like my Manicore 2D screen keeps me from digging. Right. Yeah. Yeah, the HF2 is a great call. AT is 1 to 3, I think. But what does it mean? Is it all terrain? Is that what that means? I don't know. Auto tune. There you go. Not Donor
Okay.
knew what it was. I bet he's right. Again, I haven't played with all of these. So you guys may know something that I don't know. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, so what is that doing?
It auto tunes that iron because remember, this is non motion iron in that second channel. So
So you
you're
got
here.
3 levels of auto tune
I guess that's 4 levels, right? Then wasn't there
or
4
4
on
levels?
there? Yeah, 4 levels of it. So yeah, I don't know, Michael. Indiana Dirt Pirate says, "Are we Deus certified after the class? Figure out the rest as we stumble through the field." That's right. Indiana Dirt Pirate's right. I feel the same way. Yeah. He said, Chat GPT won't even know."
Probably not.
Just Dig Deeper said that. Appalachian Trail Mode. I love it. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate y'all being patient with us. But again, I don't want anybody to get into this without knowing what they're getting into when you start messing with this. Can we get distortion added? Now we get the auto tune beeps for iron. It's a lot, guys. I swear it is. Somebody says I'm gonna make a rap video. oh, oh, more modern beer can surface funds in the test card than anything at this rate. Oh, I certainly hope not, Trevor. I really do. So, but you guys are awesome, and I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate everybody, working with us because again, I know a lot about this machine, but this is something that I don't know. Just it hasn't been explained the way that it probably needs to be explained, or it needs to be simplified.
Yeah.
a little bit more. That's just my personal feeling.
Well, like we're talking, I know there's 4 levels of the AT, the auto tune. It'd be
Right.
nice to know, well, when would you use one? When would you use four? You know,
Right. Well, nobody's told us that,
we don't
Michael, and
know.
there's nothing in the manual to tell that.
Yeah.
Um, and again, guys, y'all know I love my Deus too, and I'll run it, all the time. But it's just this right here. This is going to take some getting through the weeds for a few months, in some cases, maybe even a few years at the rate that we're going. Yeah, he says, okay, time for some Everclear so I can think straight. He's right. I feel that way too.
So, so Digging Dude said he used AT1. He said for the dual tone and AT numbers, it's like a non-motion sensitivity.
Right. Well, that's what we know that. But I
Right.
mean, but when would you use AT1? When would you use AT2?
Versus four.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, who knows? Nobody's told us this,
Right.
you know? So I don't know. A couple of months from now, we'll look back and laugh. We'll all be swimming in gold coins like Scrooge, MC Duck in the cartoons. Yeah. Mental Metal says, I lost all my hair looking at this. Oh, so did I, whatever little bit I had left. you know, oh, Lord. But I don't want anybody to be caught off guard. And again, hopefully, as we go through this, it is going to get easier to use, and we'll get used to it. And like we were just saying, we're probably going to look back on this, and we're going to go like, "Oh my God, do you remember when we couldn't figure this out, or we couldn't figure that out?" And I hope that's going to be the case. But again, it is what it is at this point, and we're going to have to work through it. We just are. So, by the way, hit that like button if you haven't already. I see we've got 78 people in here. We only got 42 likes, so make sure you hit that like button. But we just wanted to share all the information. Yeah, it says we'll all be wearing a straight jacket. That's right. So, wow, this is a longer stream than I expected. It's a lot longer
Yeah,
than
just
probably.
remember, folks, if it gets too aggravating, you can always cut it off
Yeah,
and run it the way you always
yeah.
have.
And again, my suggestion would be, to if you were going to do this, and I started off on this train of thought, and then we got sort of sidetracked, but if you're going to do this, what I would suggest doing is I would start with Morph 1 and Morph 2. According to what they've told me, that the dual reactivity and the dual axis are, I guess, maybe more advanced, but they said Morph 1 and Morph 2 would be easier to adjust to. So if you're going to start with this, they said Morph 1 and Morph 2. And I chose Morph 2 because it seems like that fits my hunting style a little better, because you do get to sort of discern the depth of the target when you get closer to the target, and when the target is further away. Those things are sort of done with that morphing capability, and so that's why I started with that. PWM and low square was another one that they sort of recommended that I try, so that's why I did those. But if I get aggravated with it, I'll just go to PWM on both channels.
Yeah.
And then just hunt. You're going to have to play around with this. I cannot tell you what's going to be the best setup for you, because your ears are different from my ears. Michael's ears are different from my ears. We're all probably going to have different ways that we hear these things versus other people. So there's really no magic bullet. I don't have a magic bullet to give you and tell you, hey, I can give you something and you can take it out and start using it right now. It's not like any other update that we've ever had before. Let's just put it that way too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Digging Dude says I listened to all four. Well, Digging Dude's got plenty of time. He's retired. You know, I chose the one that worked for the all. metal sizing tone the best? Well, good. Like I said, I just don't know, Diggy dude. I'm glad you got time to do it because I sure as heck don't at this point. It's going to take me a while to figure out which one I like the best. So yeah, there we are. So let's see. Yes, thank you. We appreciate it. The Deus would drive me crazy with all that charging. Yeah. And you got to have a different charging cable for now your HF2 coil. You got to have a different charging cable for your stereo headphones, and you got to have another charging cable for your remote now. Which used to be you had one charging cable. So yeah, you got charging cables everywhere. So only me again. Metal Detecting is coming out with some videos to explain. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And he and I have been talking, and he's the one who gave me a lot of these ideas that we've been talking back and forth. So we'll see what happens from Michael, and maybe we can get Michael on here. Maybe that's what needs to be done.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
good.
We'll see if maybe he can explain some of this stuff, or maybe I can get Sylvan to come on here, let the engineer explain it but I don't know how good that's going to go over an engineer trying to explain some of these things. So History Digger says, honestly, the charging is no problem with three-prong cable. Well, it is now that you got to have three different things to charge. If you got the HF2, the stereo, and the remote, so you're going to have three different things to charge with.
And the
Uh,
stereo headphones are USB C, right?
right. I said this. 5 Mile says this Deus machine is interrupting my evening snack. Yeah, Mental Metal says, "Come on now, you have the secret sauce." Mental Metal's the only one I know that's got the secret sauce. He's got all that kind of stuff. He'll figure it out for sure. Quadraphonic next year mode. Every soul is different too. That's true. This is the place to be tonight. The chat you lost me at Double Iron. We appreciate that. When's XP coming out with the neural implant? I mean, really, this is intriguing stuff. Glad XP is still bringing more to this wonderful machine, right? And they are. They're innovating. We're sitting here laughing about it, and like I said, hopefully we'll look back in a few months and say, "Oh God, why was that so hard?" But they are trying to innovate, and they are giving us something that we never had before. And they didn't create two new machines, which is what they could have done here, or create
Yeah,
a totally new machine. So yes, they could have done that. They didn't do that. So, you know, uh, they're just giving us something that a lot of us are going to have to, sort of try to figure out. I mean, um, they're innovators. There's no question about that. Audio is their thing, and the XP Deus 2 is the best audio machine on the market. There's no question about that at all. But this right here is going to take some work. It really will. So just be patient. And if it gets too much for you, just turn the thing off. Go use your regular
right.
programs and go
Yeah,
have fun. Don't let this, you know, destroy what you're doing out there. If you can't figure it out, then just go out there and use it the way that you normally use it and have fun. Yeah, right. Depending on site conditions, a lot of these options may not be beneficial at all. And nobody knows the real benefits of some of these things, too. Edward G says, I'm good for now. No need to worry about it until Deus 2 shows up on the doorstep. There you go, Edward G. And he said, call him up now. He says, Lucy, you have some splaining to do, is what History Digger said. He's sleeping, right? They're all sleeping over in France and England for sure. Amazon has 9-port charging block where you can plug it all in at once. Well, yeah, you're going to have to buy that charging block. No engineer unless he knows how to swing it, right? Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know what Savon does. Thank you so much, David Link, for the super sticker. Remember, all these super stickers, super chats go straight back to the channel. They help bring this live stream as we pay for this service. as well to bring y'all like what you're seeing right here. I mean, we've got high quality. We're looking at the XP Deus 2 screen on a very nice camera, and all of that comes from your donations through Super Chat, Super Thanks, and paying for the eCam service that we use as well. So thank you guys so much. Michael would be good to have it on again, right? He would. I'll try to get him to come on. I'm trying to learn the Deus 2 still. I'm on 2.0 still because it's working. Maybe when I become a pro at this level, I will worry about, and that might be the best thing for some people, because the Deus 2 is a good machine with or without this multi-processing. Yeah, I can make that argument all day long. Yeah, Edward G. Right. Yeah, definitely agree. Just go have fun with it and enjoy it. Don't let it destroy what you're doing or your hunt. Don't get too stuck in the weeds. Don't get your blood pressure up. Let everything sort of work itself out, and then you decide what you want to do. Digging Buddy says, I'm going to be an XP DJ spinning records to find relics. That's it. Technique Smile says, I think the 2 channel will be key when working in high iron in the long run. Right. And, and I said this earlier, and I'm going to keep saying this, the ability to be able to adjust the reactivities. I think that's where we're going to see the biggest benefit out of this, more so than anything, to me. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. What do you think, Michael? Now that you've seen this, because I haven't even shown you this like this before, so you got to see it tonight. And
Well, I
hopefully
agree
you'll
with
have
you.
your headphones real soon.
I think the benefit to me is going to be the dual reactivity also.
You're right.
Being able to run, you can find a deeper and a shallow target, by running those um, 2 reactivities like that. So I think that's going to be the benefit here. And I mean, the sound is just it's really personal preference. Like you said, we can't tell you what to run. If it sounds good to you, the way you have it set up, then that's what you need to go with.
Right. Window World says, quote, the learning curve from Manicore and XP adding more cheese flavors keeps an old mind young. Right. Well, you're hey, you're gonna be down to baby years messing with this.
It's like
But
Benjamin Button.
yeah, what it is, I mean, and like somebody said earlier, it is a lot of fun. If you like tinkering, if you like messing with all these different settings, then hey, this is your deal here. I mean, this is your jam. I guess is the word that
Right.
I'd like to
Yeah.
use. And if you do like that, then this is great. But there may be some people that maybe this is not going to be for them, and they'll have to make that decision. Go out and have fun. That's the main thing. Like we keep saying. Um, Ding and Dude says my buddy with his Manicore finds all the silver while I change settings with my XP Days 2 stereo update. That's right, Ding and Dude. You're right, History Digger. To be fair, XP is not giving this to users. It requires the purchase of new headphones. Right. So you don't
Yeah.
have, like, again, you
True.
don't have to do this. You can stick with what you got. The XP's still a great machine. The Deus 2 is awesome, regardless of whether you have the stereo headphones or whether you don't. I mean, how many great finds have I found just running that HF2 coil in the last year? I mean, it was just insane. And I love the Deus 2. So again, if you don't want to use this, you don't have to, and if you don't want to upgrade to stereo headphones, you don't have to, that's your choice and your decision. So, let's see. Don't Tread on Me says 310 is fantastic with the bugs worked out. 4.0 is intriguing, but we know what is coming. I'm sitting back for a while before I make any moves. Right. Yeah, there's going to be some updates, and that's
Yeah.
the other thing. Don't sweat
Right.
this until this is sort of all set in stone. And who knows what they got coming, and maybe they'll communicate that with me, and maybe I can sort of help you guys out with that. Um, uh, Lurker Troy says I've been trying to upgrade my Fisher Gold Bug too, but these detectors are way smarter than me. He said, "Good luck, all." Right. So there we go. Um, Michael, anything else you want to say before we do this giveaway?
Just that, like I said, I'm gonna get some headphones. I know you got them. We'll be taking a look at it and see if we can get it figured out, and maybe we can help some folks out with it. I mean, that's what we're here to do.
Oh yeah, well, and that's what we're gonna do, Michael. We're you know
Right.
we're gonna try to help people. I mean, I don't know everything, but I'll be more than happy to do what I can to try to help people figure out things in a in a in a manner that they can understand. I mean, and that's all we can do. So we'll see what happens, Michael, with this. And again, I hope XP get some things going for us with this, and maybe gives a few more explanations for a lot of people to sort of figure out how to maneuver and manipulate this thing.
Right.
Because right now it just ain't cutting it, you know.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you.
right. So I'm trying to get this thing pulled up for us, Michael. Uh, let's see here. Let me pull this up. And we're going to put this in the queue. Paste. Copy. There we go. All right. So, Michael, what you feeling like tonight? What you feeling about giving away?
Um, what do you got? Some shirts, hats. What do you have?
Well, I'll tell you what, Michael. I was thinking tonight might be a shirt night because I know these fine folks have stayed with us. There are 75 loyal people that have stayed with us for almost an hour and 45 minutes, Michael, of nothing but sheer Deus 2 Nokta Legend extravaganza. That's what I'm going to call it tonight. Somebody, Ferris Grump, says I picked a good time to stop spending. Yeah, and that's fine. Hey, Ferris Grump, I'm with you 100%. Uh, so yeah, it's all good. Whether you choose to do this or not, it's all good. And we appreciate all of you being here tonight and watching us sort of go. But honestly, what you saw tonight is what Michael and I do all during the week when we start talking about all these different settings. So you guys sort of got the go behind the curtain to sort of see how we sort of weed our way through some of these things. Now, the other thing is, and I should have done this tonight, is to let you hear when we change some of those settings. And Michael's usually on the phone with me, and we talk about it, and then we sort of say, well, I like this or I don't like this. So you guys sort of got to see some of that tonight. And this was live TV, right, Michael?
Yeah,
So
that's right. Definitely.
you got to see it. You got to see it live. So, Michael, I've got a. We're going to give away a nice, and we appreciate XP for doing this. We got a nice XP shirt here. This is a size medium. You better be a little kid if you're going to wear this thing. But
But you
I've got
got
other.
other sizes,
I
right?
got other sizes. That's right. But this, we're going to give away an XP Deus 2, a nice polo shirt here, and then we're also going to be giving away a nice foam pouch. But you can use this for
Mhm.
other things. And I
Right.
like this because what you can do is you can unsnap that, and then you put it on your belt. And then if you don't want to put your phone in there, you can put other things in there too. You might even could use it as a fines pouch if you wanted to, you know, and just hook it on the side of your hip and throw all your trash in the other side, you know, and sort of balance yourself out. But we're going to give away a nice XP polo shirt and this nice foam pouch that you can hook onto your belt. You can clip it onto a backpack. You can do all kinds of things with it, but really nice. And it's an XP foam packet. That's what they call it. And it's got another little pocket here in the front. You can put other things in too. So again, a shirt and this XP foam pocket. And again, that's going to be our giveaway tonight. So let's get to rocking and rolling. So yeah, I want one of those pouches, right? First aid, yeah, it could be a first aid kit holder. That's
Yeah.
a great idea. Cool. I like the shirt. Yeah, it's just got a nice little, and I've got some of those too, and I might give some of those away too. The little Deus 2 things that you could actually have put onto a shirt or a hat. I think a lot of people like that. One other thing too, before we do this, don't forget about Digstock. If some of you are going to Digstock, Michael and I will be there. Um, Digstock is sold out. It is in North Carolina, March 5th and 6th. But again, if you're going, come and see Michael and I. We will be there with our tent. We'll also be there with the History Digger. He's been on here tonight. Don't forget to check Rob's channel out too, the History Digger. And he's got his show coming up, I believe, on Tuesday night. And don't forget our good buddy, Mr. Gary Blackwell at the Skill School. We appreciate him for the shout out the other day. And we appreciate that so much by him. So here we go. Michael, I wanted to, let's put that up there real quick. I think I got that. I think I did that. Let's see here. Hold on one second. Hang on one second, Michael.
We're hanging on.
Yeah, all right. Well, never mind. We won't do that. I was going to show the clip, but anyway, I'm back on this screen. So let's go to our giveaway tool here, Michael. So there it is, our YouTube comment picker. And we're going to start that. Michael, what do you want our hashtag to be tonight?
Well, Digging Buddy said hashtag XP shirt.
Okay, hashtag XP shirt. You want to do that? Well, let's do it. Digging Buddy got to pick our hashtag for tonight. So hashtag XP shirt. And we'll put that up on the screen and give everybody a chance to get into this. And hopefully it'll do right for me, Michael. Sometimes it does right, sometimes it doesn't. But there it is, hashtag XP shirt. And y'all get those comments in. If you've stuck around this long, you've stuck around for the giveaway, let's get someone a nice shirt and this XP foam packet or foam pouch to some of these good people. And again, we appreciate XP for doing that. They did send us these things, and they're doing that as well as we like we did tonight. We tried to go through some of this 4.0 version 4 software, and we'll keep working with it. So be patient. Be patient with me. Again, as soon as I get some of these things really set in stone, then you guys know y'all be the first ones to hear that as well. So again, we had over 80 some people on here tonight, and thank you for all 80 of those people that showed up and stuck around for the I guess the comedy show in a roundabout way as we went through those settings, right, Michael?
Sometimes you got to laugh about
Yeah,
it.
sometimes that's all you can do is laugh at what you're doing and say,
Right.
okay, I tried, and you just keep moving on. But we have such a wonderful audience. Thank you for those that shared some tips and shared some fellowship with some of their buddies in the chat. We appreciate that. I hope everyone is warming up and everyone is getting back to normal and digging out all of this snow and all the ice and all the things that have been going on over the last couple of months. So again, we will do that, but we're going to do this giveaway. We're going to give everybody a chance. Hashtag XP shirt. So go ahead and put that in. Yes, fun show. Thank you so much, DRX. We appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Detect Dig Smile. So smash that like for Southern Relic Adventures. Thank you so much, buddy. We appreciate you as always. Really curious as to how the Legend compares. Well, Gene, I don't know that yet. I mean, I just got the Legend 2 last night, so I have not done any comparisons, but I'll look at it. As we go through. Just seeing what I saw out of the box, I really like what I saw from Nokta. I think they've done a great job, and I said that earlier in the show. So again, but thank you, Gene, for being here with us tonight. Thank you guys for joining in with us. Bells, we appreciate you so much. Thanks for being here tonight as well. Can we sneak into Dig Stock just to meet the vendors and celebrities? I need some autograph merch. Hey, Mike can reach out to Matt if he has any other tickets. If he gets any cancellations, I think he can put you on a waiting list, Indiana Dirt Pirate, if you are interested. Thank you, Bells. We appreciate it. Wasting Time says, I'll be at Dig Stock. Can't wait. Well, come by and see us, Wasting Time. We'll look forward to seeing you as well, buddy. So thank you so much. Somebody says, I need a nice new work shirt. He says, Puck, where Bose headphones plugged into it would be great there. Yes. We might. Michael and I are actually going to go live from Dig Stock. We're hoping. If Rob shows up with the Wi-Fi, or if Michael shows up with the Wi-Fi, we'll be doing a live show from Dig Stock, and you guys are going to want to see that for sure. So Edward G says, Brian gives me the Legend 2 hashtag. Yeah, that would be a good one. I wish I had some Legend 2s to give away. Maybe we can talk Delic into coming on here in the near future. After she sees our show, maybe she will change her mind and come and join us. Absolutely reach out. Yeah, we'd love that. Thank you. Well done. Thank you, guys. Right. Thanks as always, guys. Very entertaining night tonight. Thank you. Hopefully you learned something. At least you got to see the screen on the Deus too. We shared some great information on the Nokta Legend too. Don't forget our good buddy, Mr. Mike Heil at LMS Metal Detecting, as you guys are sort of finishing up. Don't forget him, as he can get you on that pre-order list if you are interested in that Legend 2. He should have some more in this week. Don't know how many, but if you are interested, check out our main supporter, Mr. Mike Heil at LMS Metal Detecting, and he can get you rocking and rolling. So, Michael, what do you think?
You got it typed in?
I got to type it in right now. I was waiting to give everybody a chance to get in. So, hashtag, hopefully this thing works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It can be fickle sometimes, but hopefully it's not fickle tonight. And we get this thing over. Thank you so much, Josh. We appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Edward G said, Dealing and Mark are great guests to have on for sure. They have been on here before, and we hope that they'll come on with us again. So we'll look forward to that. Great show once again, Brian. Thank you, 5 Mile. We appreciate you, buddy. As always, you're a wonderful supporter of the channel. So, all right, Michael, let's see if we can do this. Let's see what happens if I hit confirm. Come on. Oh, yeah. We got 73 people that have put in for it. So somebody's going to be the lucky winner tonight. If you win, you will need to email me your address at sransc@gmail.com. I will put that up on the screen in just a minute. And let's see who's going to be our lucky winner tonight, Michael. Good luck, everyone. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday night. And Michael and I will be back next week with another great show. So make sure you tune in. Go check out all of our content on Southern Relic Adventures. Go check out that new Legend 2 video. I worked hard on that thing today, being sick and then showing up for this tonight. So go check it out. You'll like it. All right, here we go. So let's do this drawing, Michael. Let's see who's going to be our lucky. Oh, gosh, I threw my screen away, Michael. Let's see who will be our lucky winner tonight. If I can get this thing to.
You having some trouble?
Oh, yeah, it's all kind of trouble. There we go. There we go, Michael. Mama needs an XP shirt, Bell said.
Edward G.
It is Edward G. is the lucky winner of the XP shirt and phone pouch. And we appreciate Edward G. He's an awesome dude, always on here. So always glad to see someone that is a loyal supporter win this and be here every single Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever we have it. Edward G's here. Edward G, congratulations, buddy. You are our lucky winner tonight of the XP shirt. And remember, all you got to do is email me at sransc@gmail.com. And we will add that to the screen. There it is. Congratulations, Edward G. Is he on here? Has he said anything?
Congratulations,
Yeah, he did. Or did he?
Yeah.
Edward G, you here? Yes. All right. Is he here, Michael?
He said thanks.
Yeah, he says, wow, I won. All right, awesome. So congratulations, Edward G. Well, Michael, I think that's going to do it for tonight. What do you think, buddy?
I think so too.
Yeah. And again, check out that Nokta Legend too, you guys that are interested in it. And go check out the new version 4 software if you got those stereo headphones. Just remember, like we said, there could be some changes going on with that in the near future. So be prepared for that as you make this journey. And the good thing is you're getting to make this journey with all of us. And tonight was a great example. Everybody got to sort of share and sort of see what was going on with that. And we sort of went behind the curtain and showed the screen and gave everybody sort of a look at what that multi-processing screen looks like. And I think people saw that it can be quite tedious going through that menu and trying to decide what you're going to like. And we all have different tastes, and I think somebody said that too tonight. But be patient with it. There are going to be some benefits of it. And then, again, I think dual reactivity is going to be the main thing I think that we're going to see out of that as well. So, again, it's been 2 hours, Michael. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate everyone for being here. Y'all take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. Go watch the Super Bowl tomorrow night. Enjoy yourself. And we'll be back here next Friday night, regular time, ready to go. And we look forward to being with you guys on our next adventure. Go check out our latest video on the Legend 2. Go check that out. And check out all of our other videos on the XP Deus 2 version 4 software. All that stuff is up. So go check it out. All right. We'll see you guys. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Night,
Take
guys.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.